Hey and welcome, I'm your boy Solo. In this video, I'll be going over a few mic settings in OBS that may help your sound quality. Before I waste any more time, let's jump into it. Alright, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to load up OBS. And the first thing I'm going to go over is if you just have a quiet mic or you find people on your stream complaining about maybe your voice is too low or they can't hear certain things, I'm going to go over a few ways to just adjust a simple gain. Now, if your audio is up all of the way and your gain knob is turned all the way in your audio interface if you have one and you're not loud enough, another way to get yourself a little bit louder is to go over here on the cog beside the audio that you wish to make louder. I'm going to use the desktop audio because I have my mic already set up. So if you click on the desktop audio cog over here, you can go down to filters. In here, you can click the plus sign and go down here to add a gain filter. This filter will help boost your volume, so if you're finding yourself a little quiet, just add yourself, I would say 1 to 1.5 or 0.5 at a time. Only adjust your gain up a little bit at a time. At 3 dBs, I think is like twice the normal sound, I think is how it works. But I'm not quite sure of that. Don't quote me on that. So if we're a little quiet, we're just going to raise ourselves up just to 3 dBs. That'll be plenty loud for us. Alright, and all you have to do is close. You don't have to save that, and the volume will be applied. Then if it's a little bit too loud, you can use the slider to adjust it after that. I find that an easier way to get fine-tuning with your mic and your volume settings. So if you're having problems with low sound or too high sound, you can add or subtract gain that way and use your slider to fine-tune it afterwards. Alright, with that being said, I'll move on to the next thing. Alright, if you're streaming and you are having a problem with your mic, just getting a little too loud, peaking, causing distortion, any of that stuff, there's a few settings that we can go over to help fix that. Nobody wants to hear a distorted mic or come in and hear on the mic because you're peaking too loud. So to fix that problem, you go down to your mic settings and you go to filters. The first filter that I add is a compressor. Now the compressor I like to set to a 4:1 ratio. I find that really good, and I put the threshold at -21 dBs. That's not good for everyone. This is just the setting that I find works best for me. The 4:1 ratio, I always keep that the same at a 4:1. The threshold, you can change that depending on how quiet or loud you are on stream. So that being said, this is the settings that I prefer for the compressor. The next filter that you can add is called a limiter. Now this here is just to stop you from hitting the very top peak so that you don't distort your mic. So this will stop you from peaking. What I usually set my threshold is to a -3. That's good enough for me. I find I don't hit that high anyways, and a -3 will just stop me from getting to the peak. And the last one, it depends on how quiet you are and depends on how loud things are, how much you move your limiter. I always add a 1 or a 2 to my gain so that my gain goes back up almost to where it was. So if I'm a little quiet, it will correct itself a little bit. I first got these here settings from podcastage on YouTube. I'll leave a link in the video below. He makes great content, so check him out for sure. Any kind of mic reviews and testings and settings in this case, I got the settings from him. So I did find these here settings from somebody else and I tweaked them to what I liked most. So I wanted to make sure that I give credit where credit is due. These are podcastage's settings. I did learn them from him, and I will leave a link to the original video in the description below. But that's everything there is to it. I hope you found this here helpful. If you like or found this video helpful, hit the thumbs up and get subscribed for more content. Thanks for watching.